Hey everybody, it's your girl PJammaLyfe. And today, how's everybody doing?
Good.
All
Pretty good.
right. All right. As usual, I have my two besties. We have David. Say hey to the people.
Ho, 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 everybody. Happy holidays. One of our December shows. Excited to be with you tonight. I hope you're excited as well. This is going to be fun.
All right. And our other buddy, the guru of everything Marvel, the marvelous Patrick. Say hey to the people.
Hey to the people. Here we are.
We got our Star Warrior, David, and our marvelous Pat. So today we have some fun movies. And we have, to start off with, we have 8-Bit Christmas. We got our little Christmas gear on to our Christmas movies. And we have Marvel's Hit Monkey from Hulu, as well as Hawkeye, the fourth episode of Hawkeye. So we won't have clips for everything this week, but we also have a live studio audience. So the audience will chime in and help us either with, since it's in the 80s, we have woo, 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 woo. Or cheers or booze. So let's take a look at our first clip of 8-Bit Christmas from Hulu. Huh?
No clip.
Oh, no clip of 8-Bit Christmas. That's right. So little boys running around trying to find gifts. Okay, that was a theme song. Okay, Patrick, what do you think about 8-Bit Christmas?
I love A Christmas Story. This is like if A Christmas Story had got together with what was the other movie? Because it was definitely A Christmas Story because it had that kind of weird nostalgic thing, but it was also kind of Princess Bride with, let me tell you about when I was a kid. We only had books. And it was like the two of them had got together, had a baby. Yeah, nothing great. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed because I love video games. So I remember how excited I was about Nintendo. And one guy who had the Nintendo was like, everybody want to be friends with him, and I got that. I mean, it was but it was the over the top type of thing, which you had like the Christmas Story, with the Red Ryder BB gun, but now it's the Nintendo,
right?
So it hit a lot of familiar notes, from different properties. So, but it was good, and I love everything Neil Patrick Harris is in. So, he can
MPH.
he
That's our boy.
He could do a luggage commercial. I'd watch it. So there we go.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. It was, like I said, there's nothing revelatory about it. It was nothing great. But it was solid. Just good, nice, feel good kind of movie.
Yeah.
But nothing great and new. Nothing that's iconic. So yeah.
Because the iconic has been done. So,
right. But new icons every day. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that. We look at Cardi B, icon already. David, what did you think?
I think Neil Patrick Harris, like Patrick, if he's in it, I think it's going to be good. He's a very talented guy. I thought it was fun, a little hokey, but then again, I watch a lot of the Hallmark movies. So if I say something's hokey, that's probably a compliment. So I thought it was cute. It was fun. I enjoyed watching it. It was something to kind of warm you up in between the bouts of cold weather and hot winds that are coming through this December. So it was good. Thumbs up there for me on that one.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I watched it a couple times. What disconcerted me the first time was how they just kind of carbon copied. Those of us who are of the age of carbon copy know A Christmas Story. and kind of Jingle All the Way, trying to find that one gift for the kid.
Yeah.
And but Christmas Story, I mean, they had the boy, the bully kid, they had the
Yep.
the hunt for the toy, the crazy, situations with the parent. And I mean, literally the gift reveal was pretty much straight out of A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
I think Neil Patrick Harris did a good job in being the narrator, and that was kind of a nice homage to I think it was James Shepard, who was the original narrator for A Christmas Story, and really did such a great job. And or was it Bob Clark? One of them. And that voice that the original guy had was just classic and just perfect. And so for this age, as an update to that, I thought he was a good voice to have to be. Yeah. The only other person that I could have seen doing it was probably Ryan Reynolds. Maybe, him doing as the narrator. But Neil Patrick Harris definitely is a voice from that time period that people would click with. And to see him, he was a child actor, an extremely popular show. So for him to be able to have navigated the way he has his career is just fantastic. So I'm always here for MP. And he's been just a model as a gay icon too. That his transition, was perfect notes, but it's because he's such a great actor. He plays whatever, nobody cares. And but
he's such a good actor that he played on a series for 7 years, a womanizing guy whose only thing was to get women while being a gay man. Let me tell you what, that's selling it. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Well, think about him in Harold and Kumar.
Yes. The classic when he came out as the creep. But it was so funny. He was such a take on his own persona in that movie. I just love him in those movies, and it's just hilarious.
It's really good. What's interesting though, there were two films that really stood out to me by actors who did come out. There was Ellen DeGeneres did a movie it was entitled Mr. Wrong.
Oof.
Where whether you think about it's not a good movie or not, but I mean, here was a woman she just kept her family, everyone kept pushing her towards this guy because they seemed so perfect, but she didn't want him. Neil Patrick Harris had a movie with Annie Archer. Now the title escapes me, but he had played like a teenager who fell in love with a married woman, and they had a torrid affair for a while, and he loved her so much, and she wound up. He had kind of like run away from home, but ran away to her closet, and he only stayed in her attic for years and years. And she eventually got tired of him. But I just thought so fascinating. Here he was, that he was a man, dying to come out of a closet or an attic. No pun intended, by the way. So those are two films that really stood out to me about wonderful actors, individuals who they're really wanting to say, hey, there's something about me I need to share. Because it's me. And both of those two wonderful individuals, very talented, kind of representing themselves. Those bookend films, it always stuck with me. They were trying to say something there with that. So, but regardless, he's because of his work, Neil Patrick Harris, he can be in anything, and he's so good and pleasant, and there's not any controversy at all with him, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, considering he's married and he's adopted kids, or they had kids.
Yes.
And they're just a great family. And I think it's because he's so charismatic. I mean, that really is it. He's charismatic. He's fun. He's, nerdy to the extreme. I mean, he does magic. He's at the Magic Castle. It's one of the, icons there. I mean, so he just is wonderful. So I'm here for everything. I think this is a fantastic family movie. Kids might not get the nostalgia of A Christmas Story, because the things there are just too foreign for a lot of young people. I mean, everything they're talking about, they don't understand. But, on the hunt for a video game, everybody nowadays understands that.
Right.
And I mean, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a video game person, but Pat, isn't PS5 like ridiculously hard to get now? It's like
I think that is
toy.
one of the ones that this season is like a rough buy. And man, I'll tell you what, I've seen some videos from the screenplay, and it's nice. I mean, looking at how video games have come from Nintendo's, or even your husband had the first Atari anybody knew around. Me and Doug and used to go over to his house, play Atari all the time because he had an Atari. And I'm just saying, it makes kids a little crazy, and to go looking for that stuff is tough. And I imagine I'm glad my kids are all buying their own presents now for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because nowadays, what was the Nintendo? Maybe $100 or 150?
Yeah, I think it was like 150 or something like that.
Now they're like 500, 600, or 800. Black market.
Well, their computer, man. Heck, they got more computing power than they launched a space shuttle with. They're kind of solid.
Crazy.
I miss my Atari. I loved that.
I got one.
I miss my handheld Pong.
Those were the days.
I actually went out and hunted down an actual Atari 2600, and I have one hooked up to my TV so I can play the old cartridges like Adventure and Pitfall and the old bang 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 Pac-Man. That's terrible. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's such a nostalgia thing. It really is. Yeah. It's delightful.
Yeah. And those things go for, if anybody has one rattling around in the attic, those are going for thousands of dollars now. So,
are they really?
Yeah. Yeah. When you watch, now maybe it's a plant, but I used to watch Storage Wars, and a guy found one in one of the lockers, and they gave him like a bunch of money for it. So I don't know. There's always a collector who wants original.
I had to hunt mine down, just so you know. I actually had to go to several places before I could find one, and it was a bit of a challenge. But I really wanted one, so I dug around, found one. I was like, oh my God, this is great. And the funniest thing about it is when my son, who's an avid video gamer, he came over and he would whoop my butt on the regular when we play his video games, because there's 15,000 buttons and he knows all those secret combos. He'd be like spinning around, stab me in the head 10 times and stuff. So I got him on my old game. We played Tank Battle, and I'm like, let's play Tank Battle. He's like, what? Oh, this is gonna be easy. One joystick, one button, and I'm like curving bullets around, hitting him around, knocking him around the screen. He's like, man, this is horrible. I hate this game. I'm like, oh, this is a good time. What are you talking about?
Oh, so, I remember that one. Loved it.
Yep.
That's right.
And it is, I mean, it's just crazy right now. So I think that if you like video game, if you like solid Christmas movies with feeling and heart, I think you would really, because it had a twist that I really appreciated. I was like, oh, okay, I like this. I like the message of this. And it's a real it'll pull at your heartstrings too.
It does.
Right. So definitely check out 8-Bit Christmas on Hulu. Is that right? No. Yeah, Hulu. I think it's on Hulu. Okay. And speaking of Christmas movies, hey, it's a real coup for PJammaLyfe. My reviews, I'm doing my 24 holiday movie reviews along with my ALDI wine and cheese advent calendars.
Yes.
Well, the movie A Boyfriend of Christmas Past, 2 of the stars liked my video, and Catherine Hayna Kim made a great comment, and she thanked us for doing a review. So yay for PJammaLyfe.
All right.
Woo! So we're going to keep it moving with the PJammaLyfe holiday reviews. And all you stars out there, I hope you look at the videos. Okay. So let's talk about, speaking about different kind of videos. We got Our next one is Marvel's Hit Monkey. All right, David, what did you think of this entry into the Marvel Universe, Hit Monkey? He put on a halo on Christmas. Compose your words, brother.
It lacked.
Compose your words.
It lacked my attention. It lacked my ability to stay awake. It lacked my ability to hold down my food. It lacked.
Oh.
It lacked. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Bye-bye, monkey. That's my take. It was not a pleasant experience for me. I was disappointed.
I want to get Patrick's review. I think this is going to be interesting. Pat?
He's speechless.
Are you there?
No, he's frozen. I think we've got an issue, unfortunately.
Frozen? Oh, Pat, you're frozen.
I think he was about to slam my assessment, too. There's a glint in his eye. Like, David, you fool.
Okay, I'll talk about mine, and maybe he will come back and join us. You know what? This was interesting. It's probably not my cup of tea, but it was an interesting cup going down. I've never seen anything like this. It was insane and weird and wonderful and bizarre, and it made you kind of go, what am I watching? What are my eyeballs taking in right now? I don't know what they are taking in. It was just wild, but I kind of liked it though.
You liked it. Okay.
It made me like, it's like when you eat something and then you start itching on the inside, but it was good, but you don't know what to feel. It's just weird and wild. And I just thought it was just something else.
Yeah.
Pat, what did you think?
Sorry about the technical difficulties there for me. I'm kind of coming in now. So
Getting some feedback or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure how that's happening.
Like a submarine.
Okay. Delightful. Okay. I'm going to try to get this out quick. I liked Hit Monkey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did like it. It was really reminiscent of a lot of anime I've seen over the years. I was unfamiliar with the actual Hit Monkey property. But I did enjoy Jason Sudeikis being the voice of the ghost.
Great job, Jason Sudeikis.
Yes, exactly. So it was good. Like I said, it was really reminiscent of a lot of anime I had seen in the past. In fact, the drawing style was, it was really. I could see other bits. It was kind of a Akira kind of feel to it. Not quite Akira, more. Oh God, I'm having a brain fart, but it was very much like some stuff I'd seen before.
Yeah. Like the samurai kind of movies of the if you watch like 80s, 90s, like samurai movies, it kind of reminded me of that.
It was kind of had an Akira Kurosawa feel to it, but definitely it was more anime than anything, and just the whole. It was kind of like the Quentin Tarantino sequences in Kill Bill that he took from anime.
Yeah, they directly stole some of that stuff. Yeah.
You see, and he directly stole it from the actual anime.
Yeah.
It was pretty true to its form. It was a really interesting idea, that those snow monkeys that everybody's seen for forever, and then we have this Kill Bill like vision of revenge to go back after the people who killed my tribe, and all this. Super awesome. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. And that they never made the monkey talk. That's what it was. Right. It was always interpreted through somebody else. And that there are not one, but two ghosts. And no one was very likable. I mean, just no one was really likable. But
you have made my case, Pam. You've made my case as to why.
It was
Like,
interesting though. It was weird and
Yeah.
It was
interesting in the
it was a
best
typical
way.
anti-hero is what it was. You had a person doing good works in the worst possible ways. Basically he's and that kind of leads into our next show that we're going to talk about. I mean, somebody who
Yeah.
did some really terrible stuff, but it was for the greater good. You have the anti-hero, the westerns. I mean, it was very reminiscent of all that. I mean, yeah, there was nobody really that liked him. The monkey was terrible. His tribe didn't like him. The ghost was a terrible person. The villains were all terrible. Yes, it was all terrible, but there were degrees of terrible. And there was also what was the net effect of what this person did. Was the net effect a good thing where he made the world better by doing terrible things?
Right.
Yeah, I'd say so, maybe. So I don't know.
But also the consequences too. There were ramifications for what he did.
Yeah, right.
So that were pretty powerful as well. So I think it's not in this one like a few. It's not as black or white. Everything was gray in this. And so you rarely see that nowadays. Everything is black and white, or so to have it be in a, which definitely tempered it, was having it in an anime form, had some interesting messages about heroes and villains, and it's just one act that could change a hero to a villain. So definitely I think people should watch it. It's not for kids.
Yeah.
Please don't let your little kids watch this.
That's a theme every week. None of the stuff that we're watching is for children, it seems.
No,
almost nothing.
Christmas was for kids.
Well, that was, but I'm just saying every week, though, there's always a don't let your kids see this.
Yeah.
Don't let your kids see this. There's always one or two flicks that we're watching here.
Yeah,
and it's,
so at least we're telling people.
Yeah.
I watched all kind of crazy stuff as a kid. So, I mean, I turned out pretty good.
And look at you. I mean, really.
That's right.
Not everybody will, though. So, All right. So, Hit Monkey, it's a mixed review, but I say definitely look at it. I say watch it. And if you stick with it, that first episode is rough, but stick with it. It goes to an interesting, take the journey. It gets to
always watch it and make your own opinion. Always watch.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about our last feature this week, which is Hawkeye on Disney Plus. I think we have a.
Oh my God!
With this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe not.
There we go.
Oh my God! You're Archer.
Hawkeye.
Clint.
It's the branding issue, I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you'll never get anything out of him. See, CB1 has trouble opening up.
Nobody calls me CB1.
I'm just trying to help for a second. Probably some early childhood thing. He thinks he doesn't tell me much, but he ends up kind of.
Virtual tower. What is all this?
This is me saving the holidays.
Is that right?
Get you home in time for the big day. Figured in the meantime we could celebrate. It's a movie marathon night, right? Check this out. I got movies.
That's our deal.
What deal?
We get you the arrows and info, and you get us materials for a new costume.
Okay, how about enough materials to make your costumes plus 2 more?
Look, it's not fair that your inability to act like a grown-up helps you get your way.
No, it's not. But it is what it is.
Okay. Pat, why don't you start us off? Because I want to know if you have some background from the comic on this.
I did not read the limited series that this is based on. I have not. But just as an overall impression of what I liked, I did love the fact that we got some more action sequences. We got Kate trying to be on her own. I'll show you. I can do this. I can bluff my way through anything. Which she does pretty successfully until she doesn't. And I mean, the buddy comedy kind of thing keeps going, keeps getting better. Had the big surprise at the end, and God, I really want to talk about it because I mean it's all over social media. And unless you've been living in a cave and don't pay attention to stuff at all, I mean,
Well, can
don't
we
ever watch
just
this stuff.
kind of, I don't know.
Well, it's been out since Wednesday.
Spoilers. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah,
just
okay,
say,
yeah, there we go. We'll just
spoilers.
We'll just say
So-
spoilers. If you
Okay,
don't
so
wanna know what
if you
happens,
don't want to hear about the spoiler,
you're must.
turn the sound down right now.
Watch an episode
right.
of the best of PJammaLyfe and then
Yeah.
come back in 5 minutes.
Go watch my new video that's come out today. Okay,
Well,
Pat.
okay, it was really nice. Well, because they've done a good, and this is what Disney does so good. What Kevin Feige has done so well throughout this whole thing. He has made you every one of these movies, every one of these shows, a serial, and you are definitely left with next chapters in every single thing.
Yeah.
At the end of Black Widow, at the end of the Black Widow, you have her the sister Florence Pugh's character, at Scarlett Johansson's grave, for her sister, not really her sister, but anyway, her sister, and they were like, and then you get the Julie Louis-Dreyfus, hey, here's your next target, and it shows a picture of Hawkeye. Boom. And what happens in the 4th episode? You got Florence Pugh, and they're trying to kill Hawkeye because this is what they do. They seemed like she was.
I didn't think she was trying that hard.
She looks like she's still pretty pissed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got the impression she was trying.
Thank you. Yeah. She I mean, it was a great episode because you had the cute little bits that you showed in the trailer. Her trying to cheer up Hawkeye. Because your family, and I know they're really struggling without you, but here's the deal. I'm gonna try to do my best, and the stupid movies, and all just kind of cheering him up, which then it ends up with this big thing at the end, big fight. Florence Pugh doing her Black Widow stuff with you'll notice she had red, Venom Blast things instead of the blue ones that Scarlett Johansson.
The villain color.
Which is kind of a color clue that they do throughout the movies. Red seems to be more of the bad guy color.
Yeah,
and blue seems to be the more good guy color. It's a real color cue to tell you that.
Right. And I think that's even in the old comics to kind of signal communism. They had red, and
I'm sure
the
there
blue
was
of red, white, and blue. The old blue kind of America.
It's even when they do military exercises. You have a red team and a blue team. The blue team is usually the American team. The red team is usually doing.
That's a good point.
Enemy tactics, either whether it's Soviet, Afghanistan, whatever. That's what they do. The red team is the bad team.
Right.
And they kind of hint at this. So, I mean, there's a lot of little subtle clues in that I thought was interesting. And with the whole Julie Louis-Dreyfus kind of leading that, you can see them they really are going to be building towards the Dark Avengers, or one of the other groups that take the villains and turn them into their own super group. I can see that showing up. In the next
isn't that called the Legion of Doom? It's the Legion of Doom.
Just because they had cartoons earlier than Marvel, everybody gonna think that they're the Legion of Doom. But Marvel was doing the bad guy team up years to just the same time. They had all kinds of stuff. You're gonna see it if you're going next weekend to see the movies, which I am. You're gonna go see me the new Spider-Man, and so I'm just
that's coming out. Yep.
It will be.
David, what did you think?
I like this episode. The show's really grown on me. I mean, I see a level of, I've seen a little bit of a theme here where you've got the hero kind of mentoring the child in distress, whether it's the Mandalorian or the Bad Batch. I see that here, but I really like the chemistry between Hawkeye and Kate. I that really works to me. This is and you mentioned how you were glad it was not a romantic relationship. And I mean, to me, this is like a father figure who is needing his children So he's feeling a very paternalistic view towards this young woman, and you see that relationship with them. Love the cast. I love Vera in this. I think she's just such a fantastic actress. Really enjoyed it. And I love how the fact is, sometimes I think with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., for instance, that show that was on regular primetime TV, like they'd do their thing and then there'd be like an allusion to the movie. So it's like we're in that world, but not necessarily really. Disney with their Disney Plus, it's like it's all one big thing, and they've immersed themselves in that, like Patrick was saying. So I thought it was great that we saw, the sister, not sister from the Black Widow film, who shined in that movie. I mean, she really was fantastic. So it was great to see her in that and enjoying it. It's getting better. This is not one like, say, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where it's like, man, I really could have seen more of that, or how intriguing WandaVision was, so unique.
Right.
But this is good, and I love it's character driven, and the personalities between these two characters are a winning combination together. So I think I'm really enjoying it, and I love the fact that we're here in the holiday season, and they're celebrating or trying to celebrate the holidays as they battle crime.
Yeah.
That is win. That's a win.
It was super cute with them doing shots and then doing shots. And the
cosplay. The Renaissance cosplayers, man. I am so loving those guys. We need more of those people in costumes doing stuff.
They're so into it. And I love the woman going, but that's my bag. That's my bag. My wife gave this to me. See, it's got my name on it. That's my bag.
I get that, man.
Yeah.
I get it.
And this was okay. So it is getting better. I'm worried for it though. I'm worried because the ratings haven't been as strong I saw on a TV show for this series as opposed to the other ones. So that's a little concerning that that won't be continued. There was another big show that was just canceled after one season that I really enjoyed, but they got the axe. So
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, that we reviewed a few weeks ago. They, I thought it was interesting. I thought it could have used another season. But
I enjoyed it, but I'm not a big fan of the
genre. You'll be better served. I got to tell you, the more I thought about it after watching it, just watch the anime. It's I would tell you that Hawkeye has always had a bit of a image issue throughout the books. I mean, he was always the weakest Avenger. He was, really reading it through the years, he was kind of a throwaway. I mean, and to base and they kind of address it a little bit with Kate last episode. I think talking about we need to work on your image.
Like, you got an image problem.
You got to work on Hawkeye's image because he was weak.
Well, he's the least profiled of any of the Avengers from the movies. And so it's not like he had his own. He didn't have in the first Avengers. He was turned into a villain early, so you didn't get to appreciate him through a lot of it. Then a little bit of a redemption there in the second, obviously at the end. So I think he is. There's a lower profile with Jeremy Renner's character than the others.
Yeah, and it shows kind of too the quality of the writing. This one versus the other one. It's good, but it's not great.
Yeah.
So
I love it a lot. I think the chemistry and the writing has been just as good as anything they've done. But
the chemistry is excellent.
But it's not as trendy or it's not as quirky or innovative. I mean, it's good writing.
Yeah, it's something like that doesn't quite really grab a hold of you and just blow your mind. Kind of things like the other two did. But that's not just.
We're having all kinds of feed problems tonight.
We're all working.
I just wonder when I'm going to do that.
Nice try. We can talk about Cam this week. Fine.
Hey, there we go. Pat's gone. So. But so definitely watch Hawkeye. It's another great episode. I think it's always that second half of the of the series just picks up. So I expect that this one will pick up as well.
Yeah.
So our studio audience will say,
I had a question from the studio audience.
oh, we have a question from the studio audience.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
As we get into the holiday season, what is the one movie that represents Christmas for each one of you?
Oh, that's a good question. The audience member asks, as we get into the holiday season, what is the Christmas movie that best represents you? That's your kind of your Christmas movie you have to watch. I would say for me, it's A Christmas Story. I watch it every year. It's one of my go-tos, and that just is such a just icon for me. I have about 5 that I could list, but that one would probably be the number one for me. David, how about you?
Ooh, I am going to say, I'm gonna say Scrooged with Bill Murray. Would be number one. Miracle on 34th Street would be the second one. The old version from the 30s would be the.
That's what you would say.
Yeah, that one's up there, man. I love Miracle on 34th Street. It's a Frank Capra film. But I'm a huge Bill Murray fan, and I love the end of that movie when they're singing. But those two, Miracle on 34th Street, the old version, and Scrooge with Bill Murray, those are the 2 real big Christmas flicks for me.
Oh, David took 2. I'm gonna have to come back with a couple more. Hey, Pat, what do you think?
Well, if we're gonna do 2, I'll do 2. That's fine. A Charlie Brown's Christmas, always.
Oh,
because the Vince Guaraldi soundtrack is just so delightful. I listen to it all the time at work right now. My students love it. I don't care if they don't or not, but who cares? They get to listen to Vince Guaraldi. And if they complain, I put on opera. So there we go. Vince Guaraldi is the soundtrack's amazing, and it's a good story. It's got a good message. Backup number 2, a close second, not necessarily Elf. God, I love Elf.
Elf, oh wow,
so good, all the way around. Will Ferrell.
Did you say Snow Good? Did you say Snow Good? Never mind.
No.
Bad point on my part.
There we go.
So give us your number 2, Pam.
Yep.
Gosh. Now this is a silly one, and if you Black, you understand. Friday After Next. It's so dumb and fun and stupid, but I get a kick out of it. Every year I get a kick out of it. What's the one with when he sees why is this blanket for me? When the angel Clarence comes and takes the guy, Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. That's another one that I still love to watch. And now, some of them, the classics, now when I watch them, it's different than when I watched it as a kid and a teenager and a young adult. Now they really resonate, with us, because I would have beat the crap out of Uncle Billy for losing my money. He'd have caught a beat down. So Jimmy Stewart he already got his wings right there, because he should have beat the crap out of that dude for losing the money. But I think I have like 4 Christmases I love. I just think that one's super hilarious. I like a lot of comedies at Christmas. Sometimes I tell you what, you listen to a bunch of Christmas music, you gonna be sad. Christmas music is sad. So I want to listen to some comedies, and I want to look at some comedies and stuff. But also something that you might put on your Christmas list is Mountain Dew Ginger Snapped. Mountain Dew. If you haven't tried it, I'm not getting paid for this, but it's really good. Or a nice Christmas drink.
It'd be really good with some Crown Peach. Just FYI, is a good mix. drink. Just
You,
FYI.
well, you know, it might get a little tasty.
I'm telling you,
over
because
there.
ginger ale with
A Moscow
Royal
Mule.
Peach is.
Yeah, Moscow Mule. I'm talking about some
Hey,
good
you know,
drinking.
I want to revisit something from last week real briefly.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Remember
Before
how
you
we were-
do for our Hold on. Before you do, since we looked at 8-Bit Christmas and I decided my Electric Melanin gave me a picture of us in the 80s. You guys can see.
Oh,
Ooh, wow.
So we
awesome.
I don't remember that hair.
that is some hair. So the nostalgia is clear. I'm so glad our hair has changed. That was kind of funny to see. But do we have another question from the studio audience?
We got
Commentary. Great commentary from the three of you as usual.
Oh, thank you, studio. Woo! Yay!
Thank you.
Pat, you wanted to discuss follow-up comment
I want to
from
follow up to last week. You and I believe David also were dead set that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Do you know when
Yes.
Die Hard was released? Do you know what the date was? July 22nd. That's a summer Jaws level movie. That is not a Christmas movie.
3
Okay,
words,
so-
my friend. Christmas in July.
Thank
It's
you.
as cold as time.
Thank
man.
you.
It's as old
They
as
have
marketing.
a whole
you know?
thing in Germany with Christmas in July.
Christmas
But
in
Bruce
July.
Willis himself said it was a Christmas movie.
You don't know. He's just an actor. He showed up and said, "Oh, what do I say now?" Okay, I say yippee ki yay. Got it. I'll say that.
That's
Okay,
like
cool.
saying Alan Rickman doesn't know what snakes are for Harry Potter. Come on, man.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. Come on.
I got
Look,
proof.
it's a
so,
Christmas
guys,
movie.
Times, man.
Look, just like
lots
that
of people
great
think wrong things.
film.
That's okay.
No, just like that great film, and we all can agree, it doesn't matter if it came out in the summer. Let me give you a movie. Jennifer Grey, Patrick Swayze, 1980s. We all know that Red Dawn was a Valentine's Day movie.
I don't know about that one now, David.
Now, they were lovers.
You lost me.
You thought I was going to go with Dirty Dancing, but no, I did the reverse.
Hey, you gotta stay warm in the Rockies. That's all you can say. You know. What I mean?
Look,
Come on.
right.
you got to
It's-
give me some facts on that one, because that one I'm not with it yet. So break it down. Why it's a Valentine's movie? The amount of blood. Are we talking like My Bloody
No,
Valentine?
Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, star-crossed lovers in a dystopian actually not post, it was an apocalyptic World War III, America in the West. Everybody thought when I said those two people in the 80s, I was going Dirty Dancing as a Valentine's Day movie. But no, Red Dawn, even the color red in the title, it screams Valentine's Day. Their love right before she gets strafed by the Soviet helicopter. Oh man, gets you every time. Valentine's Day, truer than ever.
We're gonna bounce you from this show.
Oh no! Well, I'm waiting to see how I was going to get kicked out of here.
I don't know about that one. You're gonna have to come with some more facts next week.
Oh, brother.
Oh my gosh. But speaking of next week, I don't have my
What do we got?
what do we have for next week? We have Hawkeye.
Okay.
We have a Hot Mess Holiday. And we have one more.
What is it? Hot Mint Holiday?
Hot Mess Holiday. And it'll be up on my page.
All right.
This one is from Comedy Central. So it's their, I think, first entry into the Christmas movie. I mean, everybody is getting into it this year with the success of Happiest Season last year and some of the other ones. People want the nostalgia of the Christmas movies, and don't we need something that is warm and fuzzy and will really like help us all get through these times. So definitely check out my 24 reviews, and those are coming up every day until December 24th. We'll have the last. There's some good ones, there's some mid ones, and there's a couple of real stinkers. So definitely check us out. And who knows, maybe another famous person will like our reviews as well. So let's prepare to say goodnight. And Patrick, why don't you say goodnight to the people?
I will say goodnight, but I'm also going to put a little ad on here. Everybody needs to start going to see movies in theaters again. I just went and saw Belfast last weekend. I'm getting my Oscar stuff done early rather than waiting until the last minute trying to do it all on pay-per-view. I'll tell you what, amazing movie. Tomorrow I'm going to go see West Side Story. It's that time of year. I mean, there's so many good movies in the theater.
Yes.
If you feel safe, and even if you don't, I'll tell you what, if you don't feel safe, do what I do. Go Sunday morning, like the first show they have like noon, and you'll be you and two other people in the theater. It's as safe as going outside almost. It's like a drive-in movie, except you get popcorn and you're warm. So go see movies again in the theaters. Keep these theaters open so that we all have movies to go back to when we get to. And there are some really good movies right now. And like I got West Side Story next weekend plus Spider-Man, or I got West Side Story tomorrow. I got Spider-Man the week after. I got tons of movies that are coming out in theaters. Everybody needs to go out and support their local theaters. So other than that, y'all have a good week if I don't see you again. So that's my goodbye for the time. And on to Dave, I guess.
Hey,
Right.
we have a special guest. Get out of here. The other member of the studio audience decided to come and say hi. David, why don't you say goodnight to the people and any special words you have?
I do, Pam. Thank you all for joining us again. We hope this holiday season is a special one for you. You might have seen in the news last night across part of the country, including my home state of Kentucky, devastated by one of the worst tornadoes or sets of tornadoes we've had. For anyone out there who is in a position and feels so moved, the American Red Cross takes donations. And so if you feel more like you want to support folks in your community, I certainly respect that. But at this time, as we're thinking about giving to others, remember those who are less fortunate than you. Please be safe and think of others if you can. Thank you.
Oh, that was beautiful. And definitely it's a time, but you should do it all year, to think of being grateful and think of sharing your gratitude and your resources with those in need during this holiday season. And take care, be nice to each other. You know, this is a season of giving. So how about we give a little love? Give a little love. Instead of yelling at somebody, just walk away. Instead of being angry, just ask God to forgive you and them. And, you know, just lead with your heart as opposed to like one of the actors on one of those realities said, keep it behind your teeth. You're gonna say something disrespectful or mean, just keep it behind your teeth. And we will see you all next week on PJammaLyfe. Take care. Bye.
So long, everybody.
See ya.